this video I'm going to be using my Buford bucket loader on my John Deere X595. I'm doing a project for one of my neighbors. He had a golf tee and a golf green in his backyard that he no longer wanted to have, so I'm stripping off sod here. Someone had put sod down on top of gravel. Underneath the actually was Astro turf. They had a layer of gravel, and he tore out the Astro turf and then just tried to put sod directly on top of it, and that didn't work. So I'm going to strip the sod off, then I'm going to come back and dig out the gravel and then replace it with some topsoil. When I started to remove the sod, I was not aware that there was gravel underneath, and the sod was brown. It was not growing at all. So once I did tear off the sod and then I found the gravel, I knew then I had to take the gravel out. After removing the gravel, there was an area, it wasn't very level. Trying to get the gravel out with the loader bucket I was digging in, it's not very smooth. And this is where I'm doing something called back dragging or back grading. I'm using the back angle of the loader bucket and actually using it like a grader. And I can tip the bucket and actually cut. And you can see the amount of gravel that I'm pulling back. And this works very good if you want to do some fine leveling. You're trying to do something that using the loader bucket, the front, would be very difficult. Here I'm using the loader bucket to remove the 6x6 ties he had along his tee. There were two 8-foot 6x6s, and what I'm doing here is just taking in, getting them out of the way. On top of the dirt there is the Astro turf, and after I took the Astro turf off, again I found it was, bedded down in gravel. There's about 4 to 6 inches of gravel underneath. So once I get the Astro turf off, then I'm going to dig out the gravel and level it up so that I can put some topsoil on it. I do have forks for the loader, and it would have been handy if I would have installed the forks, but rather I just used the tooth bar, and picking up the 6x6s was fairly simple, and rather than taking the time to install the forks, it was just as easy to go ahead and use the tooth bar. This is where I'm going to be attempting to peel the Astro turf off of his tee, and I've never done this before, and I'll probably never do it again, but actually it went pretty simple. I just kind of rolled it up into a little log, and once I got it all rolled up, I then had to move it out of there, which wasn't that difficult either. I'll show you how I did that in a second. Okay, one of the problems was this Astro turf. After they had put it down, they put a layer of sand on top of it, I guess to help hold it down, and by doing that, this was extremely heavy. I'm not sure how much sand they put on there, but the Astro turf by itself would not be that heavy. After I rolled it up, This is where I thought it might have been a good idea to put the forks on the loader. What I'm doing here is I've got a chain around it and bucking it into a tree so that I can try to pick it up, which eventually I did get it, and it wasn't that big of a deal. This is the berm area that I'm back grading. You can use the loader, and since the back is it's actually about 75-degree angle there, you can use this, and what I'm doing here is I'm dragging it backward. I can actually control the depth. If I want to, I can actually pick the front wheels up on the tractor. I can put that much pressure on the back edge of the loader, and then you can tip the loader bucket to where you can determine how aggressive you want it to be. And this is one of the best things. I would never want a loader that I can't back drag with. Okay, that's the pile of dirt, or that's actually gravel with a little dirt that I used a loader and I scraped it out of his tee there. They actually had 6x6s outlining it, and then they filled it in with gravel, and on top of it, that's where they put the Astro turf, which the piece was about 6 foot wide by about 16 feet long. This is where he had his green, and it was a pretty good sized green he had here. And what I did is I stripped out the sod, and then I had to strip out about probably 6 inches of gravel underneath it, and then I finally got back to the red clay. I've already took about one dual tandem truckload of dirt and used that to fill this in and to shape it. I had 3 loads of dirt, and that's all that's left of 3 loads. I actually this afternoon was able to move that load of dirt and get it spread here. This is the pile of gravel that I dug out. This is what was underneath the green, and what they had was like Astro turf, which one of the other things I did is I had to haul away all of that as trash. This is just some of the sod that was on top. Somebody tried to put sod on top of gravel, and for some reason that didn't work out very well. This is what his backyard will look like when I get all this in there. This whole area here where the dirt is, that will be, he's going to put in some zoysia. And down here in this little valley, I'm going to be getting another truckload of dirt and kind of reshaping and regrading that. So this was kind of a big project, but today I was able to dig out where the tee was, get that gravel out, get the gravel off of the green here, and get the dirt in, and I did that all in just a little under 5 hours. And this is my never-ending project. Talked to my neighbor last night, and he said, well, why don't you just take these 4 bushes out also? So I'm just going to take the loader and push them out. Shouldn't be no big deal. And that didn't even take 5 minutes. Now that I've got these bushes out of here, he's got a drainage problem on the side of his house here. And what I'm going to be doing is regrading this. And I'll take the bucket and cut a little bit of a trench over, and where these bushes were, I'm going to put like a little valley leading over to the backside there. There's a channel there that I'm going to be making for, drainage. But yeah, a drainage issue, and by the time I'm done, this should be draining just fine. Okay, this seems like I'm never going to finish this video, but when I got started with this project, it just got bigger and bigger, and he's already got another truckload of dirt ordered, and I'll be spreading that and working on that in the future. So if you want to see what happens next, I'm going to end this video and start another one before we get into all the seeding. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, and you'll see a lot of work with the Buford bucket, and I also am going to be posting a lot of repair videos, which basically when something breaks, I'll make a video, and that way I'll share what I know and how I fix a lot of things. So keep watching, there's plenty more to come.